How are you doing, guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to discuss a very recent rumor that came from Tom Henderson himself on Insider Gaming regarding of an Assassin's Creed codenamed Red. Now, he mentions a few things regarding it, and one of the things he mentions is also very questionable. I think he might have actually misunderstood the information that he got it from, or perhaps maybe he made a mistake while writing this article. As of now, as of recording this video, he did not correct it, and he did not reply back because I tried to contact him via the Twitter and stuff like that just to confirm it if he might have been actually incorrect in some part, or perhaps maybe I misunderstood. I will get into that right now. This is coming from, like I mentioned, Insider Gaming. I want to read out this very quick article and also share my thoughts on this, and also the thing that I mentioned what kind of just part does not make much sense to me. So the by the name of goes by Assassin's Creed codename Red to feature both a samurai and a shinobi. Official details on Assassin's Creed codenamed Red are still scarce, with Ubisoft so far revealing that the game is set in feudal Japan and is being developed by Ubisoft Quebec. That said, a few more in the development details provided under anonymity to Insider Gaming reveal that the game could be one of the best yet, especially if you're a fan of the stealth. Insider Gaming previously reported back in February that codename Red is already in a good shape and will feature 2 playable characters. New details providing more insight into the game's characters though, with sources stating in codename Red there's both a samurai and shinobi character. Details on how exactly these characters will be played are limited, but it's understood that the short teaser, officially released by the Ubisoft, features the game's female samurai. Okay, I want to stop right there. So he specifically mentions officially from the release of that Ubisoft have made on this very short and like about 30 seconds clip, basically as a female character and a samurai. But he mentions as well that the other character, and continue on with this article, the other character, the shinobi, is understood to be an African refugee who learned the way of the creed. So I think he mixed up the names basically. So samurai is not the same as shinobi. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures. I on purpose even written this, like I tried to do a little bit of research, maybe I was wrong. But this is what is a samurai, as you can see it here in image here. That is a samurai. And this is what is a shinobi, or as we know, the other ways to say it, ninja. And as such, when he mentions that a female character that's present in here is a samurai in this teaser, it just made no sense to me. It's like, wait, this is a mistake, right? But then I started thinking a little bit more. Perhaps maybe he meant like, look, we know limited amount of details, and as such, we cannot confirm if this is indeed the case. Basically, what my second thought anyway, I should say, perhaps maybe we just played one character, but it depends if you choose a male or female version, and as such, you have kind of a 2 different startup towards the main story. That could make sense, but in this case, as everything that I read and understood, I think there's going to be basically having 2 different characters within this game. But yet again, when he mentions this, it's understood that the short teaser, officially released by Ubisoft, features the game's female samurai. What? Female samurai. And then there's also another character, a shinobi, is understood to be an African refugee. I kind of would understand if you were, there would have been a mention maybe like an other character is actually a samurai that is understood to be an African refugee, but again, I think he may mean that, okay, this is just confusing as hell. Like, I think there's some kind of misunderstanding. Like, you can take this a lot of ways, and still a lot of things just would not make much sense. Again, we can't really determine who that is, also because the character's wearing a mask. It's also kind of difficult to identify being as a female or even a male in that teaser. Kind of has more of a female aspect, more or less, but it's also possible that you can have your own choices of what kind of characters that you can have in terms of the sex, right, like female or male, or perhaps something between, for example, like it was done in Valhalla. Alright, I'm going to continue on. One of the more exciting details that we've learned though is one of the biggest design focuses of codename Red is the focus on stealth gameplay. Seemingly, Quebec has decided to take a Splinter Cell-esque or Hitman approach to the title, with things like hiding bodies, hiding in tall grass, extinguishing lights so your shadows are not spotted, and etc. All being current features. That's absolutely awesome. Like, I loved a little bit slowed down gameplay of Codename Red instead of what we're already familiar with, such as like Assassin's Creed Origins or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and of course Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I genuinely like this approach, like, utilizing to every extent of possibility to be hidden, because as a ninja, as a shinobi, you need to make sure you're hidden. It makes sense. It's just the whole code name having of a shinobi, right? It just makes sense, I personally think anyway. It's not entirely clear when Assassin's Creed Codename Red will be fully revealed, but Insider Gaming understands that main focus at the E3 will be on Mirage's gameplay premiere and a formal announcement of its VR offering, Assassin's Creed Nexus. So Assassin's Creed Codename Red is eternally scheduled to release fall of 2024, but we wouldn't be surprised if the game sees a 2025 release. Personally, as things going right now, I think they're gonna have to release this game in sometime in 2025. And if it's gonna be one of the bigger games, and it is going to be one of the bigger games, I'll say it will be coming out in fall of 2025. Oh, there's actually a little bit of extra information underneath the article as well, like every single Assassin's Creed game that is in the development is up to 10 of them. Absolutely ridiculous. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a single player game, it is in the production. Assassin's Creed Nexus is a VR game also in the production. Assassin's Creed Codename Jade, a mobile game, is also in the production. Assassin's Creed Codename Red, as I've talked about, single player, and also it is in production. Assassin's Creed Codename Hexi, also single player in pre-production, kind of has a like set in Europe, Germany, and it's all about witches and hunts and stuff like that. Assassin's Creed Codename Invictus, it is actually a multiplayer and it's in pre-production. Assassin's Creed Codename Nebula is a single player concept and it's also a prototype. Interesting. Assassin's Creed Codename Raid, it's a multiplayer concept and in a prototype state. Assassin's Creed Codename Echoes, multiplayer and also concept and prototype state. And lastly, Assassin's Creed Nexus 2, VR and being discussed internally. My goodness, there's just too many. I think they need to tone down with these Assassin's Creed games because it's gonna get a little bit overbearing, a little bit intimidating on top of that. Thankfully, they're not all the same thing. There are some diversities between them. But unfortunately, having just as simple as a title of an Assassin's Creed can really creep up on you and just simply annoy you at the end of the day after like maybe 3-4 more game releases. At this point, a lot of other people already saying like, I'm sick of this. But either way, guys, do let me know what you think about this Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Are you gonna be, interested in picking it up? Because, for me, mainly Feudal Japan is the way to go. Everybody has been asking for it. Feudal Japan, please make it happen. And finally, we're getting it. It's a one-time shot thing sort of situation, and now that we're getting it, I'm very much looking forward to it, and it may be my last kind of hope for an Assassin's Creed game, but also I'm very curious about the next Assassin's Creed, and the Hexi, as I mentioned, about the witches and stuff, based in Germany or Europe, I should say, right? Depends, of course, how far they want to go. It's genuinely going to be interesting. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you go now. Do like and subscribe. See you guys all, and have a wonderful day.